So today is going to be an exciting video. I'm trying out some new products. I have so much to talk about. So I'll be cleaning up some really bad areas before I take down all of my Christmas stuff, which include the couch, the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom, doing some laundry, and also the guest bathroom. Now, if you have not downloaded my goal getter guide and have written down your goals for 2023, I know it sounds cheesy to do goals and everything like that, but I promise you it's needed. And I'm actually going to be talking about different personalities and why some people need to-do lists and to set goals and schedule things out to get things accomplished and some don't. But anyway, I'll talk about that later on. My goal getter guide, I break out goals into 3 categories, and one of them is personal goals. And for me, one of those goals is to use products with more naturally derived ingredients. Also better for the environment. So today I'll be cleaning with all of Blueland's products. And thank you to Blueland for sponsoring the video today because I really do love these products. I'm using the Clean Essential Kit, which comes with a hand soap, a multi-purpose spray, a bathroom spray, and a glass and mirror spray. So super cool background on Blueland. They were discovered on Shark Tank. One of their missions is to help eliminate single-use plastic packaging from our everyday products. So these are their forever bottle and their reusable tabs. So an interesting fact that I didn't know is by 2050, scientists predict that the ocean will contain more plastic by weight than fish, which is really disturbing. So if you really think about it, we are only using a plastic bottle maybe one time, which when it's meant to last forever, and then throwing it away. Blueland's products has helped eliminate over 1 billion single-use plastic bottles from the land and oceans since 2019. They were able to accomplish this because they do not use single-use plastic in any component of their products, and all of their products are sourced from vegan, non-GMO, and naturally derived ingredients. So let me show you how easy it is to use. All you have to do is fill up the forever bottle to the designated fill line and then open the packaging and insert the tab. You don't really have to shake it or stir it. I'm just showing you how it is dissolving on its own. And it just takes a few minutes to completely dissolve on its own. If you need to keep a few extra refill tablets on hand, it's so effective because they're so small. They don't take up any space hardly. And the refill tablets start off at just $2.25, so they are super affordable. So when I was recording this clip is when I was using them for the very first time, but as I'm doing the voiceover, I've been using them for several weeks already. And the multi-purpose spray bottle is probably my favorite, and it has the best smell ever. I know this might sound funny, but the way that the bottle sprays is also kind of important to me, and this is my favorite spray bottle out of any products I've used. The hand soap is also used the same way. You fill it up with warm water to the fill line, insert the tablet, and let it dissolve. Once the tablets are fully dissolved, then you can go ahead and put the nozzle on and start cleaning. So the best part is that Blueland is giving all of my viewers a special offer of 15% off of your first kit. All you have to do is click the link below in my description box to get that special offer. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting off today with the couch cushion covers because they are really bad. This is not my favorite task, but it is necessary. So from far away, you can't really tell how bad it is. But I mean, when you're sitting on the couch, you can see all of the dirt spots, the stains. I don't know what's on here. I mean, I have 3 kids and a white couch. So there you go. Luckily, mostly everything comes out. Now, we did have a holiday party, Christmas party, whatever, in mid-December, and there were like a ton of kids over, and my neighbor makes these like incredible charcuterie boards, and one of the cheeses on the board had like blueberries on it. And, I'm outside, hanging out with friends, and then somebody comes inside and they're like, Michelle, there is blueberry smeared all over your couch. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So it's just like at this point in my life, it's like, what do you do? Do you get mad? Do you, I'm just like, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I can tell you, since becoming a parent, my patience level, most people become like more impatient. I'm just like, whatever. It is whatever. It's fine. Except when I'm pulling apart this couch, like these strings get stuck in these zippers, and I'm like, I just want to pull this whole couch, but I know if the zipper breaks, then I'm doomed. So I'm going to go and cut the little strings out of there. And then what I do is I take the cushions off the couch, all of these strings. I've never had another couch that had like strings in it or whatever. I don't know if they all do this or it's just the couch that I have, but I unzip them and then I re-zip them back up to dry them. I used to not do that, and then the strings would come apart so much. So that's why I re-zip them back up when I wash them, so that all those crazy strings stay in the couch. So, but anyway, yeah, becoming a parent, I have just learned to be more patient, or I would just like go nuts. Like, yes, I used to be crazy about like making sure everything is clean all the time. But then once you have more kids, toddlers, whatever, it's just like, I will drive myself crazy stressed out if I had to have that expectation. So now I'm just like, it's fine, whatever. If my friends come over and they see that it's messy and they judge me, then, what kind of friends do I have, right? So it's just like, sorry, it's messy, but this is life. Just get over it. So yes, I'm definitely more laid back on like the isolated incidents. Now I did get the blueberries out, so that's why I'm very calm about it. If I didn't, then I would just flip the couch over and just be like, okay, of course, we're buying a new couch. And he'd be like, no, we're not. So anyway, so I know that there may be questions about this vacuum, because I always get questions about this vacuum. This is the Tenco handheld cordless vacuum, the S Pure 1 Pet. I'll link it down below. But anyway, there's different attachments to it. So I use the couch attachment, and then I put it on max. So when I put it on max, the battery doesn't last as long, but it does suck up all of the dog hair and popcorn kernels that are stuck in the couch. But yes, I like it. I recommend it. I have probably 5 or 6 different Tenco products. I started off buying my own Tenco products before they did start sending me products. So some of the products are sent from them, but I started off using them on my own. I mean, that doesn't really matter, because sometimes I do get products sent, and like Blue Land, just for example, that I haven't heard of before, and then I try them and I love them. So I don't know if that really matters. I think some people think that you don't like it if they send it to you. That's not how I am. I actually like getting new products that I've never heard of before, because I don't always have time to research everything out there. I'm just like, I just needed to do this. And if it does this, then it's fabulous. And if the company's amazing and has a mission that aligns with my goals, then that is an extra bonus. But anyway, I hope you guys had an amazing New Year's. If you can't tell, I'm excited. I am excited for 2023, excited for the goals. Like I said, I know that like you may see that everywhere and it's like cheesy. Oh my goodness, set goals. But it is such a great reset. Like if we didn't have one time of the year where we can just say, hey, let's just stop and like reevaluate what's not working and what is working, then that is this time. So now, I will say in the past, it matters when people set goals. So I'm just going to say right here real quick, I am glad to get my couch back. Once I take down my decorations and move my couch back, I have a console table that goes here, because the dog hair just goes, like when she goes outside, she rubs against the whole couch. So we have a table right there that, is supposed to look nice, but it helps protect against the dog hair and the rubbing. So I'm excited for that to get back together. But anyway, In the past, I've always I never wrote down my goals. And did you know that only 3% of people actually write down their goals, which is kind of mind blowing because I would assume a lot of people set goals. And I guess this is where I was at before. I would say a goal in my head, oh, yes, it would be nice to get back in shape for summer or for this vacation. Or, yeah, it would be nice to start, a side gig and make a little extra money. But that is a generic goal. And I feel like people don't accomplish their goals because they don't write them down, make them real, and say, okay, this is going to be my goal. Here's my specific goal. Here's my specific date that I'm going to capture that goal. Here is how I have to work backwards. And this is what I have to do every single day to reach that goal. So I put together the Goal Getter Guide so that you can actually do that. What I hear and what I've seen and what I have personally done a lot of the times is I'm okay, yeah, I do want to lose, whatever. I want to be more clean. I want to organize better, and then we're just kind of well, but I just don't really have the time. But yeah, that would be kind of nice. And it's all of these excuses we tell ourselves. So I put together what are the most common obstacles. Why are people scared to not go after their goals? For me personally, why am I scared to go after certain goals or to get stuff done? Is, am I blaming my time? Am I blaming the fact that I have a bunch of messy kids? Am I blaming the fact about this and that? I have all this information in there for you. I spent a lot of time on it, and it's just, I don't know. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys and not only accomplish the goals I've set for myself, but to have you accomplish your goals alongside with me. So this whole guide is completely free to you. All you have to do is download the guide. And then when you download it, you will get an email and it says confirm my subscription, basically that you're subscribing and to my newsletter too, but you can unsubscribe at any time. I wouldn't want you to, but I'll send out a lot of good information in between. And then you'll get a second email with the guide to download, and it's a 25-page guide. And then I want you to start filling out the workbook. So once you do that, let me know if you've downloaded it in the comments below, if you're interested in it. If you're not, if you don't want to set goals, okay, that's fine. You don't have to use the templates in there. In fact, I have some templates in there, but then I have my own planner book, but with the goals and basically how I'm going to accomplish them using the guide. Last year at this time, I remember I was taking down the stuff, I was cleaning, I was pregnant, I was sick, I was miserable, I was tired. So at the time of the new year, I was just my goal is just to make it through the year and still be able to be consistent and do what I need to do. This year, I feel really good. I asked you guys to pick one word for the year that is going to help you accomplish your goals. So if you pick one word, my one word was focus. I need to stay focused on a specific task in order to meet these goals and not well, I don't know if this is the right time. I don't know if this, I don't know about that. Is just going to be focus. Focus on what's important. Whatever is not important or not serving me, I'm going to outsource, meaning I'm going to get help. I'm going to have somebody else help me with that so that I can focus on my one thing or the things that I need to accomplish and move forward. So again, let me know your one word that you are going to use to get through this year. Let me know in the comments below.
Yeah, he sets my body in motion. He knows how to turn things up. And he knows what gets me going. Yeah, like a little text saying, hey, what's up? They look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us, thinking we are too much. Look at me, I'm in a bad situation.
So you might be wondering what this is here, what I got creative with and baked. Well, it's not food. It's bath bombs. We got the girls different activities for Christmas, and they had made this bath bomb kit, and Chris ran out of the little containers, I guess, and then he just put them in my baking pan. So there you go. But in order to eliminate more toys, that was kind of another thing that I wanted to do for Christmas was to not do so many toys and to think of different creative things that we could physically get them where they can like open it on Christmas and enjoy it, but it not be like an overwhelming amount of toys with 100 little things that go with it. So we were kind of successful with that. And real quick here, I am using the Blue Land bathroom cleaner to clean up the bathroom today. But that went really well. We got them a soap kit, the bath bombs kit, some different stuff that they can make jewels or whatever, and then like a garden growing kit. So we just got put out a bird feeder. So I mean, it's really cool because like every weekend we can like bring out a new toy and like do that activity, and it's not like a ton of toys. So one thing that I was kind of like, oh, maybe we should have done is that after like they opened up everything, they were just kind of like, what do we play with? Because I'm like, no, you're not getting out that kit right now. So, but the one toy that they did get, so Santa brought each of them what they wanted, which was a toy. They really appreciated and played with that toy. And still to this day, they're like not sick of it. So that was kind of cool. I liked like the way that worked out. So I just used that Blue Land glass and mirror cleaner, which it smells really good. Like their products, they smell really good. And like, I know this sounds weird, but I like the way that the bottle sprays. Like it comes out really easy. I don't know. But yep, it's streak free, nice. And I am really enjoying their products. But next I'm going to put all the cushions back on the couch. This is a workout in itself, but I managed to get it done. So while I put all the cushions back on the couch, then I'm going to go ahead and vacuum the couch because it just looks cleaner with the vacuum lines. Even though the couch is already clean, it just like now it's proof that it's clean type thing. I'm going to vacuum the couch and then put the living room back together. But I did say I was going to talk about different personalities. And what brings this up is that I listened to Tom Bilyeu, his podcast. He's a motivational speaker. Great person. And he interviewed a girl, Vanessa Van Edwards, who is she reads personality. She's like like a human lie detector, like really cool, understands all this stuff. And she read a book called Captivate. So I listened, when I listened to that podcast, I ended up buying her book and listening to it through my audiobooks. She just talks about like why people do the things they do, how you can like decode different people's personalities, and just like reading and understanding people. She says there's 5 different personality types, and you guys can kind of figure out your personality style too. And I'll let you know like what kind of how I am. I think these are also called the big 5, but what they are your openness, your conscientiousness, your extroversion, your agreeableness, and your neuroticism. And you can remember those terms by using the acronym OCEAN. And you can kind of decipher like where you're at on the scale of these 5 personality traits. So I read about it in her book and took notes, but now I'm like reading it off of her website, scienceofpeople.com. But basically, your openness means how open-minded you are to different new experiences. So if you're like high on openness, then you're kind of curious. So are you like the first to try out new activities, or do you kind of always proceed with caution? Do you like to be challenged, or do you like to kind of stay where you're at? So if you're higher with openness, you're extremely creative into trying new things, like handling new challenges. And if you're lower with openness, then you don't really like change. You're not interested in like trying new things. What works just works for you. You're not really open to new ideas. And again, there's nothing like right or wrong about these. These are just personality traits. I feel like I fall a little higher with openness, like mid to higher level with openness, because I do like doing what works, but I do also like to try new things. All right, next is conscientiousness. This one is how organized and dependable you are. So if you rank high in conscientiousness, you are highly disciplined, very organized, always prepared, like to have a plan rather than being spontaneous. She says that this personality trait has a 49% genetic influence, and you can't be mad at people who are not super organized because it just doesn't come naturally to them. So I probably rank middle. I do like having a plan, but I am not a to-do list person. I don't need like step by step. I'm not like so organized. You guys know over the last couple of years, I've been trying to get more organized. It doesn't come super natural to me. So I wouldn't say I'm like super low because I do like having plans and I like being organized, but it is a little bit harder for me. So maybe like mid-level to lower to mid-level. So what do you guys rank on this? Okay, next, personality trait number 3 is extroversion. This basically just describes how you interact with people. So people who are higher obviously are more outgoing and energetic, and then people who are lower are more like reserved. I think most people know this one, and I remember I asked a long time ago on my Instagram, are you an extrovert or an introvert? Majority of people said introvert. So high on the extroversion is you like being center of attention. You can start a conversation. You enjoy meeting new people and you kind of make friends naturally. If you're lower on the scale, you don't really like making small talk. You don't really interact or you don't start conversations and you think a lot before speaking. I probably rank in the middle-ish to high, but I don't like starting conversations, but I will talk to you. Obviously, I talk a lot on my videos, if you can't tell, but I'm probably more high. I do like meeting new people, but I'm not the one to like go and start a conversation. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so where are you on that scale? Personality trait number 4 is agreeableness. This is how you feel towards people. So if you're like higher on the list, maybe you trust people, give them the benefit of the doubt. You're empathetic. You like to make other people feel at ease and more comfortable. If you're lower on the scale, I would say you're not as empathetic, not so worried about making everyone feel comfortable. So it says if you rank lower here, you just have to put a little bit more effort to put yourself in other people's shoes. But I would say I just say I rank in the middle of all of these, but kind of in the middle. I think it really just depends. I am empathetic. I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, I guess, until it's like there's trust issues, then, I become different. So I would say like in the middle, kind of just depends on the circumstance. Number 5 is neuroticism, or how you deal with emotions. So if you're higher in neuroticism, then maybe you're more sensitive. You tend to be more nervous. You kind of stress out easily. Maybe you worry a lot. I feel like high neuroticism maybe resonates with a lot of us, but basically the tip here is that you need to know your triggers, like what makes you worry and what makes you calm. I know she gave an example in the book, like if you are in a car and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, this is what you think it is. Just to let you know, I have a 5-month-old baby and I change his diaper on the bed, and that is exactly what you're thinking it is. Okay, anyway, I digress. Okay, so for high neuroticism, she gave the example, like you're in a car and like a car comes right in front of you and you almost get in an accident. Now, are you like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh? Or are you just like, wow, that was close. It didn't happen. Like, I feel like there's always one person in the car that's just like, oh, whatever. And then there's one like freaking out. I'm the one freaking out and Chris is the one going, what are you so worried about? Well, she did give the example, like it doesn't come as naturally if you're a worrier person or higher in neuroticism. You have to know, like it just takes you a minute to get back to that calm. Whereas if you're lower in neuroticism, then you are calmer, a lot sooner. So I am like mid to high on neuroticism. I do kind of worry a lot, but then I know my calming mechanisms and how to calm myself down. So anyway, I thought that was really interesting. I talked about it a long time just because it was like so fascinating to me, especially like reading different people's comments, like, oh, I love to-do list, or yeah, I'm like you, I don't like to-do list. I like to focus on my priorities, or I'm a high planner and I'm very organized. I know I asked, I'm like, are you guys really organized? Do you guys clean all the time? Do you need the motivation? Do you not need the motivation? And you're like, I don't know, more than half, said, I don't I love cleaning. I don't need the motivation. So it's like, okay, that's interesting, because for me, I need the motivation. So understanding people's different personality traits can help you build better relationships. I think I like this one better than like the Enneagram test, because you can be different on different levels. Like you can be high openness, low neuroticism, whatever. And it also talks about how like your genes play a large factor in these traits. For example, like if you're high neuroticism and you tend to worry a lot, like in a negative event, then you may produce serotonin more slowly. So that's why it takes a harder time to regulate your emotions. Whereas if you are lower in neuroticism, you may have serotonin getting produced a lot quicker. So there's nothing wrong for people who don't clean and organize and plan and schedule and organize and do everything perfectly, because we're all made different. We are purposely made different, and our personalities, I feel like, have an impact on that. So I talked about that a lot. Hopefully that was interesting. I'm going to go back to folding towels now.
Stone. I know it's not my fault, it's just the way it is, love. My childhood was a bore, my feelings got ignored. Now I get back to now, love. Got me feeling like I stepped on legal stressing on my way to work,
And also, I just want to add, just because it may not come as easy to you based on your personality doesn't mean that it's impossible either. But I'll talk about that next time. I do have next week, or in my next videos, I'll be taking down all of my Christmas decorations. I had 3 days worth of Christmas decorations to take down. And I had like over 5 hours of footage, and that was like not even recording all of it. So needless to say, it was a huge task, but it is done. And I will be doing 2 videos on that. I assume most people will have their stuff down, but that's okay. We'll talk about some fun stuff while we're doing it. You can do something else while I'm pulling apart my tree. But here I am at the end of the video. I'm supposed to be telling you this at the beginning of my video. If you're new here, welcome. I really am glad to have you. 2023 is going to be a great year. I would love for you to join my community. I have so much fun stuff planned, so much encouraging motivation. If you're already motivated, like you mentioned in one of my polls, and you're just here for fun, then we will have a lot of fun. I'm constantly learning and growing and discovering new ways and sharing all of that here with y'all. So an upcoming project for next month is going to be to go through all of the kids' clothes, get rid of everything that is too small, switching out the seasons a little bit, giving away all of the clothes that are too small, and doing a little bit of clothes decluttering. I'm also going to be working on my kitchen. I did like a mass organization of my whole kitchen like a year ago. Maybe it's been a year and a half. I took a year and a half break. I'm like, it was that big of a project that I'm like, I don't want to touch my kitchen again. But I need to go back through it because I need to get rid of some more stuff and then like go through the areas that aren't working and figure out a way to make them work. And then also cook more. I know you're like, what kind of homemaker are you? You don't even cook. I know. So I'm going to try and come up with some really awesome, easy, healthy, perfect dinners. So that is also some of my personal goals for this year.
Go back and do things right. Give you a wedding ring, give you my everything, and be there by your side. Share a life and have a child. Don't wanna take it slow. Just wanna let you know. Ready to spend some time. I wanna spend some time. Needed some time to.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got a lot out of today's video, whether it was motivation to get stuff done or whether it was just interesting information to learn about. If you're not subscribed, I really would love for you to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.